there was a price increase and you introduced the renting program after that.
Finance.
Right? That's what I think.
It's not renting, it's financing.
You know something.
How do you not know the difference?
Happening because they're letting you know that because they may have to raise the price again. Don't be surprised if the company did. I hope they do not. That would be terrible. But yeah, when it comes to exclusives, my problem with it is I've already said.
What? My problem with exclusives isn't Wolverine and Intergalacto PlayStation. How can you be a PlayStation fanboy out here crying about exclusivity? I mean, you can't make this up, people, man. You know, they was expecting Gear Z Day. You guys are losing it in these stables. All because of this white man with a do-rag on his head, bro. You people need to calm the hell down, man. It ain't that serious. Microsoft says, hey, we're going to make you guys happy. We're going to throw that old Halo campaign Evolved on your platform. And Forza Horizon 6 is coming over. What are you ponies crying about? This and Clockwork Revolution got these ponies out here losing it. You know, I told you that's what happens when you was enjoying them Airbox carrots for so long because PlayStation wasn't providing you with nothing. And now that Microsoft decided to pull back on one, now all of a sudden the ponies want to lose it in the stables. Now they're trying to fight with everyone. Like, what's wrong with you people, man? Calm down. It's only one game. Just like if this game was exclusive to PlayStation 5, y'all be like, well, go pick up a PS5 then and play it. Well, in this case, go buy yourself an Xbox. Let's keep that same energy. Right, people?
Stated. Why are you making Gears exclusive?
Oh, here we go. Why they making Intergalactic exclusive? Why they making Wolverine exclusive? How can you be a PlayStation fanboy out here getting mad that Microsoft decided to pull back on one of their beloved franchise games and making an exclusive? Now, if the game comes over, I personally don't care because I'm still going to be bodying you ponies. I'm going to make sure that you don't have a good time when you're playing this game in the multiplayer. But like I said before, how can you be a PS5 fanboy that has practically built up the platform with all these narratives and propaganda pushing y'all been doing about, well, if you want to play these games, you got to go buy a PlayStation. And now that Gear Z Day's not on your platform, now you ponies want to start crying about it. Now you guys have became the same port beggars that you guys have been saying that PC gamers were for a very long time. You guys ain't nothing but a bunch of hypocrites.
$400 million only on Xbox, and then you spend so much money.
Well, guess what? Intergalactic more likely will have a very similar budget. And ain't none of you ponies saying anything. Hey, Dreamcast guy too, I want to play Intergalactic on my Xbox. Go pick up a PS5 if that's what you want to do, Gamester. And rightfully so. Even though I don't really want to play it. We'll use Wolverine. That's probably a better example. Right? I want Wolverine on Airbox. I want to play it on my Airbox. Well, tough luck. Better go get yourself a PlayStation, right? Isn't that the logic that y'all would be using? But no. No, oh no. And all of a sudden the ponies have became port beggars. Now all of a sudden the games that they said Microsoft didn't have games, now all of a sudden they're crying about the same games that they said Microsoft did not have. Oh my goodness.
And the PlayStation 5 port, plus you're going to be spending 50 to 100 plus million probably on marketing. How are you going to get that back?
And how is Intergalactic going to get that back considering that they're not even pushing the game through a subscription service? Microsoft has multiple ways of getting money, let it be through Game Pass Ultimate members or people also buying the game. And I think this game is also dropping on PC as well. So if anything, this game is in a better position than what Intergalactic is going to be when that game comes out. But yet, you ponies ain't saying nothing. If we use this as an argument with Intergalactic, y'all be like, oh, y'all just mad because you can't play it, man. That's all it is, man. Y'all just mad. It don't even matter if the game failed. Y'all just mad because y'all ain't got it, man. That's what y'all be saying. You know, I don't know if it's just the beanie on his head, you know, suffocating all the last remaining brain cells that this man has. But there's something wrong here.
Steam is obsessed with Gears like that? I don't think so, because there's so many games coming to Steam also this year that are coming on PlayStation.
And when Gears Z Day did come out from PS5, you still would duck the 1v1 challenge. Right? It doesn't even matter, bro. Microsoft did you a favor. They saved your behind. They're like, yeah, you know, Dreamcast guy too got a challenge with one of our prominent players in the Xbox community. We don't want to embarrass them because they be out here saying, oh, Gears Z Day's on PS5? Hey, AG, how How about you go play Gamester and see how good you guys really are? Oh no, he gonna duck it like he did the first one.
And Xbox and Switch, that it's going to be overwhelming, and they don't sit there playing those games like that all day. Steam has an acquired taste when it comes to playing games online. They would play Halo more than they would Gears. So they'll be there day one for Gears.
What you mean? A lot of the top Gears players play on PC now. What are you talking about? You clearly don't know nothing about what's going on in the gaming community. Now, mind you, Gears of War franchise is a very niche audience, but the fans that do like Gears do want to buy it. They do want to play this game. They're actually looking forward to seeing what this next Gears of War is going to be about.
Remember, when the drop-off happens, don't be surprised. And all those other games keep coming up, and then some weird games they end up getting on too, because that's just how Steam is, or its base. And we know, like, September, August, and October are insanely packed, because people are scared of the GTA 6 release in November.
You do understand that also impacts even the games that PlayStation has coming out, right? You do understand that the excuse that you're using to say that Gears E-Day won't be successful because of all the other jam-packed games that are coming out, you do understand that same logic also applies to you, right? With Wolverine, right? You do understand? Oh, okay. I'm just saying, I hope you do understand that.
Except to do the Phantom Blade dash, they said that. Probably Ocarina of Time, too. Nintendo doesn't have to worry about that. But either or, there's going to be so many games consistently dropping non-stop that Gears is not going to be able to hold its ground. And
I think Gears of War can hold its ground more than Wolverine. I would say that. We'll see, though. We'll see. Because, I mean, Wolverine, it's using the Marvel license, and it's from Insomniac. They do a very good job with the Spider-Man games or whatever. So I think it will do well. I think there's a lot of games. I think people are going to be, if you're playing on PlayStation, you'll buy Wolverine. If you're playing on Xbox, you're going to be playing Gears E-Day. It's that simple. I think all these games are going to be successful. I think the only one that I'm concerned about is Intergalactic. That one, I really don't know, because that game's going to have to sell 10 million right off the jump. You guys keep complaining about Gears E-Day having a high budget, but yet games like Concord had a budget of 250 million plus. That wasn't even including the market. That was the marketing, I'm sorry. That was just for the development costs. So that was probably about the same price as this game. And y'all said nothing. Exactly.
I don't think so. Without the PlayStation 5 base, and even then,
here we go. Now we need PlayStation 5. Oh, now all of a sudden they need PS5. Port begging. Pony port begging. That's what they doing. Look at that. Oh, but they can't do it without us. Oh, yeah, we can. Get yourself an AirPod.
Dropping non-stop. That Gears is not going to be able to hold its ground and survive. I don't think so.
And neither will Intergalactic, and neither, maybe we'll see how Wolverine is. I think Wolverine has a lower budget. Like I said, that same logic applies to PlayStation. Every argument that you're making in regards to this one game could apply to every single game that's coming out. You do understand that, right?
The PlayStation 5 base, and even then it's still going to be rough. I would still say that, because it's like, how are you going to keep gamers' attention from all these other games coming out?
I mean, they're doing it already with Forza Horizon 6, and the game didn't even drop on PlayStation 5 yet. Matter of fact, it also Soros. What is the 10 to 1, right? Like how they like using these ratios and these metrics. Forza Horizon 6 ain't even on PS5 yet, and it already eclipsed 5 million sales. I don't think Xbox needs you, but I think they'll take the additional money. If anything, you need Xbox, because without Xbox, you have nothing.
You know how many is coming out? A ton. And they're all just as big as Gears. That's how crazy it is. You know what I'm saying? This world is insane. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing that those many games are coming out. The bad thing is, how is Gears going to do the box office profit, right? I said box office, right? And
why are you guys so concerned? You need to worry about your own games doing well. Stop worrying about Xbox games doing well. And if the game don't do well, I don't care, because I'm still going to play it. That's what I care about. I care about getting games. I'm not worried about how much money PlayStation, Nintendo's going to make off that rehash remake of a game. I don't care, bro. All I know is that we eating good, and we're going to enjoy the meal. We ain't worried about the buffet going out of business because you keep picking up them shrimps. All right? We try to bankrupt the buffet here. We don't give a damn. This man's stupid. Man out here picking up rice, getting full. Bro, we trying to bankrupt the buffet. That's what we doing. Microsoft's throwing out all the meals out, man. You know, go load up on the shrimps. Go load up on the crabs. Go load up on the exotic meats. You know, we about to have a feast up in here. And this man out here crying, oh, I'd rather make me a plate of some white rice and put some potatoes on top, because I feel bad because all this money and this value of food that we eating, what the hell are you talking about, man? We gonna bankrupt the buffet. What the hell this man talking about? They've been starving us for games for a long time. If they go broke, well, that's them. I don't care.
Like budget $400 million.
Oh,
plus this and this with marketing.
Market
Your box
leader.
office needs to be like $600 or $700 million.
Market leader.
So you would say 7 times 7 is 49, right? That's 7 million copies. That's only $490 million. You're like, what do you mean? That's a lot. Yeah, if the budget is low. Do you think that Gears will still sell?
That's so funny that now they want to use the logic of the calculator when I'm the one that brought it up first. But there's one thing that you're missing, though. Game Pass Ultimate. Game Pass Ultimate. Matter of fact, Microsoft has already made the money back as far as they made that money back in 1 month. Oh my goodness. You know what? Keep going.
Copies this year? See what I'm saying? They would need to sell like 8 million to start getting good profit. Plus microtransactions.
Let's keep that same energy when Intergalactic comes out. We'll make sure we go back to this video.
560 million. That would be absolutely incredible. But Gears 2 is the highest selling Gears of all time. And it only sold 6.7 million copies. And that's considered really good for Gears.
For the 360, if you think about that. At that time, there was not even that many 360s. That is very impressive.
I'm saying, go look up.
Especially during a time when people didn't even really evolve to the next piece of hardware. A lot of people got really into the 360 and PS3 around 2010, 11, maybe 9 for some. When PlayStation finally had their price drop with the Slim, that's when people started getting into that generation. Not really, right? Or when the Xbox 360 came up with their Slim model.
Is the highest selling Gears game of all time. It didn't even crack 7 million. And Microsoft had high numbers at that time.
And neither did Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I think Zelda Ocarina of Time did. But you gotta understand, we'll see how the new audience takes into the Ocarina of Time remake. And even if the game sells 1 million, Nintendo probably made their money back, because I know Nintendo didn't put that much money into the game. The reason why this is a problem with PS5 and Xbox is because with all these big budget games coming out, they're going to need people engaged, playing it, or whatever it is. They're going to need that. But with Nintendo, like I've said before, AA games with and walking out with AAA money. Nintendo is the bandits, the bandits of the gaming industry, right? They're the bandits. They make sure that, oh yeah, if the game doesn't do that well, we still walked out with a few mil.
60.
Our game only cost $200,000 to make, and we sold 20 million copies at full price, $60 to $70. Now we're going to 80 now. Nintendo's out here hustling the game. They out here hustling. That's why Nintendo has stayed long in the game. If Nintendo was doing budgets like this, they'd be out of here. Y'all know this.
I want you to think about. So yeah, when this comes to that, and Microsoft saying they don't want to subsidize it when they get back money, and they're going to monetize you, what makes you think when this game is not giving back their money?
Stop with the excuses, Jimmy. Go buy an Xbox. Be quiet. Go buy an Xbox. Stop port begging. All right? Go enjoy the leftover Xbox games that you do got. Like, yo, there's so many games coming out, and you out here stressing out about one game that is skipping your platform, bro. You ponies are entitled. You're entitled. Oh, we deserve everything. Before, you weren't even getting these games, though. You should be grateful. I guess PlayStation really ain't holding y'all down, because if it was, we wouldn't be talking about Gears Z Day. We'd be talking about Wolverine. You tell me when they'd be talking about Wolverine. They ain't talking about Phantom Blade, they ain't talking about Sorrows, and then they wonder why their games fail. You wonder why your games fail. At this point, with the way you guys be glazing these Xbox games that you said that Microsoft didn't have, you might as well get an Xbox. with the way y'all playing, with the way y'all waiting 20, 30 years to play one Gears of War game, y'all ridiculous, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Dreamcast Guide 2 is at it again, port begging for Gears E Day. And all I'm gonna say, go get yourself an Xbox, kid, if you got that much of a problem.